I want to remind everyone of the spiritual war that we are in. I will be discussing it from the Judeo-Christian basis, since that is what this country was founded on. It's an overall battle of good versus evil. For those of you that have been paying attention, you have witnessed many social changes that are taking place around the country. Have you ever asked yourself why this is happening? It all comes down to the destruction of human life. Now, many of you may think I'm going to focus my attention on abortion, but it goes much further than that. For instance, did you hear Vice President Kamala Harris's latest slip regarding population control? She was delivering remarks at Coppin State University in Baltimore, Maryland, on the need to build a clean energy economy. She stated,
"When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water."
Reduce population and population control are phrases we are hearing more often in relationship to climate change and saving our planet. These phrases are stated over and over again to desensitize the public to this very idea. This is just one example of the social changes America is witnessing. We are beginning to see more and more come out into the open. You could say it is a satanic thread that is being woven into society. One sees this satanic thread in the example of Fox News, giving matching funds to an employee giving money to the Satanic temple. Exposure by Glenn Beck and Newsmax caused Fox to reverse this policy a few days ago. This thread that is being woven into society aims to destroy the giving of life, the women, for it is the women who give life. Abortion is obvious. What is not obvious is women in combat. Another is transgenderism, where women become irreversible in their ability to give life. Starvation is another program which destroys life. War destroys life. Satan does not like human life, period. He uses many programs that ultimately destroy life. Now we see the environmental movement working to limit the ability of farmers to grow the necessary food to sustain life in the United States and other countries like the Netherlands. Countries where the socialists control enough of government to limit farmers and ranchers in the name of emission controls over the animals. They want to kill thousands of animals, hither and yon, in the name of stopping animal gas emissions. You may say that that will not happen here, yet it was done during the Roosevelt years during the Great Depression. The federal government killed millions of pigs in the name of helping boost the price of these commodities. Now we see Russia bombing the ports of Ukraine, which will stop or limit the ability of many countries to receive the necessary grains to keep their populations alive. Ukraine, if you do not know, was called the breadbasket of Europe. They are now the breadbasket of Africa as well. Disturbing these food shipments will cause unrest and upheaval in those countries due to starvation. India is a major supplier of rice to the world. Now they are curtailing its exportation, which will cause great harm to the countries relying on this resource. The domino effect will likely be America coming to their aid. This means in order to supply other starving countries with food, Americans will also witness higher prices for commodities and food shortages. There is also the heavy influx of migrants that will overburden the system. But back to the point. Satan does not like people. They are a product of God. If Satan's goal is the destruction of life, consider how socialism advances that goal. Karl Marx openly stated the need to forcibly overthrow all existing social conditions. Many could say that this begins with the family. In this century alone, think about how many social programs were created with the aim to ultimately limit the ability of furthering the human race, ultimately destroying the family. We need to protect our women by fighting any program that will limit their ability to give life. Sometimes these programs are subtle. Sometimes they are open and brutal, such as abortion. I'm going to end with a quote from John Paul II. Despite some of his flaws, he was correct when he stated, quote, "As the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live." It's time to fight against any program which harms life and ultimately destroys the family.